Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at our market leading stocks via our proprietary scans for Wednesday, May 14th, 2014. Not a lot of signals here today. Today was really just pretty much a classic measuring day after yesterday's upside. So we're going to run through here. What you really want to note today are the deviations to see if there's something to dig into tomorrow. See if we're learning anything from the day that doesn't really mean anything today. We have a couple deviations here. Sign is pretty weak, well down below the close. Same condition in CLAC. We're seeing that also in Baidu. Got a volume bump in EA. That one's been real strong in a contra candle. So that looks like that impulse is coming to an end for now, well, at least for now. A couple of upside CPSs to put on the list for tomorrow. Qualcomm, Win, and Juniper. I would definitely evaluate those charts tonight. Take a look at the financials. Volume is really pretty light here, almost across the board. Just a couple of contra candles. Got one at Visa, and Wells Fargo is flirting with one. No big deviations here either way in the financials. Moving on to the energy names. There was some pretty good movement here today. A couple names are up fairly decently, a couple are down. So it's kind of a stock by stock, but definitely some movement. You can see how the volume's actually better than in the financials. So be sure to review these. Moving on to the generals, a couple of volume bumps here. We've got one in Dow, John Deere, and one in Comcast. Comcast got a downside CPS. That one's 1.5% below the day's open, which is pretty weak for that stock. A little bit in name, so definitely keep that on the list for tomorrow. Housing names, kind of going out with a whimper here. Lowe's and Home Depot were both pretty weak and both struggling here, which is kind of interesting. CSX, pretty decent day, 1% above the day's open, but we don't have a volume bump. UPS is getting close to a volume bump, but unfortunately there's no signal with that one. And finally on to the commodities. Kind of a mixed bag here as far as signals go. We don't have a real confluence. U.S. Steel still in play. That one's a little bit above the day's open, but it's starting to sell off at the end of the day here. But unfortunately didn't set up with a downside RPS. That one is almost 0.75% below the day's VWAP. So I'm going to keep that on the list just because it's in motion, and volume begets volume. All right, folks. As always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.